Hello everyone. Today I'll be introducing an ethics training for district offices for the California State Senate. This is a quick overview of what we will be covering in this training. First, I'll explain why ethics are important in district offices and how they impact our day-to-day work. Then I'll go over the ethical foundation that guides our decisions, including key principles like fairness and accountability. I'll also talk about our code of ethics and why it is important and what is expected in this role. After that, I'll walk through a common ethical situation you may encounter in this office, and finally, I'll explain how to approach and respond to those situations in an ethical way. In a district office, ethics are extremely important because the decisions we make can directly impact the public and the organizations we work with. This is especially true in casework where we assist constituents with navigating state agencies and handling issues that are often private and sensitive. Because of this, it is important that we approach our work with fairness, consistency, and integrity. In this role, we work closely with local governments, special districts, and nonprofits. And while building relationships is important, those relationships should not influence our decisions in a way that creates favoritism or unequal treatment. Overall, maintaining strong ethical standards ensures that we are acting responsibly, protecting confidentiality, treating all groups fairly, and building trust with the public we serve. As public employees, our work is guided by a few key ethical ideas. First, we have a duty to serve the public interests, which means making decisions that benefit the community as a whole, not just certain individuals or organizations. At the same time, our actions should reflect values like integrity and honesty. This means doing the right thing and being consistent in how we handle situations. We're also guided by principles like fairness and accountability. These help make sure we're treating people equally and making decisions that we can stand behind and explain if needed. It is also important to avoid conflict of interest. Our decisions should not be influenced by personal relationships or anything that could affect our ability to act fairly. These ideas help guide our decision making and give us a way to think through situations so that we are being responsible, fair, and aligned with our role as public servants. Our code of ethics is important because it helps guide our behavior and decision making in our roles. It provides a clear framework for how we are expected to act as public servants, especially when we are faced with difficult or unclear situations. It also promotes accountability and transparency by making sure we are responsible for our actions and able to explain the decisions we make. This includes following requirements like avoiding conflicts of interest, not accepting gifts that could influence our decisions. The code of ethics also helps create consistency in how we handle situations so that all individuals and organizations are treated fairly. Overall, it plays an important role in building public trust by ensuring that we are acting in a fair, responsible, and ethical way. One common ethical scenario in a district office comes up during casework, where we assist constituents with issues involving state agencies. In these situations, we are often handling sensitive and personal information, so it is important that we protect confidentiality. Before we can help, we are required to get a release of information from the constituent. In some cases, this may include sensitive details like social security numbers. So we need to make sure that the information is handled carefully and securely. There are also times when we need to do warm handoffs to other offices, such as federal agencies. In those cases, we need to make sure we have proper authorization before sharing any information. Another situation that may come up is when constituents want to offer gifts as a thank you. However, as a state office, our services are free and we are not allowed to accept gifts. This scenario highlights the importance of confidentiality, following proper procedures, and maintaining ethical boundaries in our daily work. To address situations like this, it is important to follow clear guidelines and maintain confidentiality. This starts with making sure we have the correct authorization, such as signed release of information form, before collecting or sharing any details on the case. We also need to handle sensitive information carefully, especially when it involves personal data like social security numbers. If there is any physical paperwork, it should be properly stored while the case is active and either uploaded in the database for documentation or securely shredded once a case is complete. This ensures there is a record for future references or if any issues arise. When coordinating with other agencies, we should only share information once proper authorization has been confirmed. It is also important to maintain professional boundaries. This includes not accepting gifts from constituents, even when they are offered as a thank you. Overall, taking a moment to ensure our actions align with ethical standards helps us handle these situations responsibly and maintain public trust.